What's your fear? Let's go and put our character save, Mass Effect 1. Let's see. Okay, so name, yep, that is correct. Rank is 50. Military is Vanguard, but I can change. Udon rectified the mission. Kate Rankin died. The character was saved. EA presents a fucking scammy game by scammy people, by scammy web production. Yeah. Oh, look at this. I'm so excited. It's lava. Molten lava.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time? The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either. I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Shepard. Liara, go. Now. Aye, aye.
Why. They're lovers in this one.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Ew.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy! I can still save her!
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack! Watch the arm! Commander! Shepard!
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make. The paths you choose. That turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. It hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace that they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I'd need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara. A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species, Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Kaidan was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Noveria, where he'd enslaved the queen of a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms.
Not really happening in our game, is it?
And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign, the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we put our feelings aside for the sake of the mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other. And it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reaper's return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He'd caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope that the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, a lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
I say I'll go for engineering. I did say I was going to go for like a tech build.
She's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings. Oh my god, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson, she's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need to get to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover. Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Requesting assistance.
So, like, shift was a run ability, but now it's like fucking spacebar. They literally changed all the commands.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Alert.
Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your... Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Careful.
God fucking damn.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need to get to the shuttles. Shepard,
Engaging target. Backup systems engaged. Critical system damage. Rerouting power.
Nice work, Shepard. Don't waste time. I can't keep the mix distracted for long. Here come the mechs. Use.
Alert.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got mechs closing in on my position.
Careful.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody's...
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's...
Allied force casualty. Allied force casualty.
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
I'm having trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff. Stun them!
I am holding left shift.
Have a nice trip!
Backup systems engaged. Impact.
That's it.
Impact imminent.
Falling back. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
You said they spent 2 years
I'm no
rebuilding.
doctor, but it was bad. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was
What do you
different.
mean, cloning?
I don't know the details, but I'm pretty sure you're still you. You just might have a few extra bits. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top
The
scientists.
last thing I remember is the Normandy.
Just about
clone.
everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them
I don't know,
were doing?
Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on.
They were my team.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the
Do
station.
you know anything about this
Dan,
attack?
if I know. Bunch of explosion. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job.
What's
You
the
need
quickest
time.
way to those
Depends
shuttles?
where the mechs are
Check.
thickest.
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody?
Wilson, this is Jacob.
Shepard's
Here with
alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this
I
frequency.
remember a Wilson check
That's
on me
him.
one time.
Come on. The service tunnels are this.
Log update. The Lazarus Project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. And welcome me.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Wilson.
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained contact.
Now, how about we talk about this after
Should be some meta-gel in the first... Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the meta-gel from the first aid station on the wall.
Wilson's hurt bad. He needs help. We can't get out of here.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe and then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did she wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by
I
Cerberus.
think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter.
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to... The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right, once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I am not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
been spotted.
Warning, attack exceeds unit defenses. Careful. Allied force casualty. Rerouting power.
They're through my shields!
Careful. Backup systems engaged. Authorized for lethal force. Forces have engaged. Excuse me. Careful. Request hostile forces have engaged.
Come on over!
Critical system. Allied force casualty. Rerouting power.
On it. Drop it. Sure thing.
Backup systems rerouting power.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Oh boy.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you are...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
Even if you're sure, did he...
You sure about that?
I'm never
Miranda?
wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now,
say
Jacob.
so. What's our next
Get on the
step?
shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man?
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving.
Besides trying to say, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of... I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
Can't leave without knowing for
Don't
sure.
you get it? The only one worth saving is you.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up.
I've had enough of this station
Or
to
two,
last.
in your case. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for
The
most.
sooner we start, the sooner we can get
Okay.
done.
Records show you were a colony kid. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who satisfied Miranda.
Almost. Let's try some. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad
Lieutenant
behind.
Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
I gotta make it pink. Everything's gonna pink. Pink and maybe, ooh, purple, purple. Yeah, pink, purple. Gotta get a pattern on it. Pattern kind of will be like a purple too. There's something that, oh yeah. Okay, so the N7 helmet has the increased health. The breather has increased health. Central face increased shield. The Umbra efficient increased power damage. Recon hood. Weapon damage. And recharge. Apply to that. Casual appearance, outfit. Yeah, I want that one. Is that really my helmet? I want to see my pretty face.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't
You
mean
need to put your personal... Humanity is up against the
The
greatest
Reapers.
threat. Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same
Cut to the
side.
chase. What are the...
We're at war. No one wants to... While you've been sleeping, entire colonies, we believe it's someone working for the Reapers. Just as Saren and... You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Sovereign was trying to harvest...
Hundreds of thousands. Nobody's paying attention. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity.
We could have trained an entire
You're
army.
unique. Not just an ability. You stood for humanity. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear.
If what you say is true.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I
You
being-
always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find... But first, go to find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? I brought you back. It's up to you.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see
I
if
never
you can
got a
live up.
chance to say how much I appreciate
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people
We
lost
have
their
to work
lives.
together
I
here.
have the utmost respect. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset.
obvious you're not
We've got an
interested.
assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man...
I just
convinced
want to
you.
find out what happened to those
Noted.
missing.
Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the
Maybe.
wrong people.
But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm
Do
here
you know
now.
anything about
It's
this?
called Freedom's Progress.
You said you served in the
5
Alliance.
years in total. Stationed all over
never
the
heard of the
galaxy. It was an
Corsairs.
Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, we were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join
I guess I
Cerberus?
just got... I thought things would change. Nothing changed. Cerberus is different.
That's all
yes,
for now.
ma'am.
Well, okay.
The rest of us are ready to leave, Shepard.
It's obvious you're not
We've got an
interested.
assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it. The rest of us are ready to leave, Shepard. We're just waiting. Average in almost every
Any
way.
thoughts
A lot
on
of
what-
empty buildings and
I'd like to
I
know
wasn't
more
in
about
charge. The
What would
elus-
you have
To
changed?
start, I would... He was afraid it might affect your personality.
Can't say I
the
like
elusive
the
man
idea.
is taking an incredible risk with you.
Tell me a little about
Worried
yourself.
about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with
trying to
my-
get to know
I'm
you
not
as a-
looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused.
you and Jacob
no,
serve together?
the elusive
How old
man.
were you?
Old enough to know this is what...
trying to
I'm
get
not
to
looking
know you.
for a friend.
How old were
Old
you?
enough to know this is what...
It's obvious
We've got
you're
an
not-
assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it. We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. They just disappeared. And we've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable
We
following
didn't bring
my
you back from the dead. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're
What
in
makes
charge.
you think this
At
investigation...
other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometime we're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before
Our
somebody
first
else.
priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other
Be
colony.
nice to find somebody. Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner. Right!
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
You hear that? Sounds like Fenris mechs.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies.
Requesting assistance.
Found that one!
System not designed for special ammunition.
Night, night.
Requesting assistance.
Shoot them before they take out your shield. On my way.
Moving! Going to cover! Friendly fire!
Unit member offline. Hostile forces have engaged.
Fucking hell. What's the hell button?
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris mech.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the other colonies. Heading to cover! Here we go!
Requesting assistance. Hostile forces have engaged. System failing. Rerouting
Hostiles to
power.
the right!
On it!
Systems overloaded.
Shoot them before they take out your shields.
You're done! Stun them!
Threat neutralization initiated.
Now let's finish you off!
Excuse me.
I'll put him down!
Impact event. Impact image.
Oh!
System sabotage detected. Requesting assistance. Collision proximity. Unit member offline. Impact imminent. Impact event. Impact. Off.
They see you, Shepard!
Shields have failed.
I got it!
Hostile forces have engaged. Allied force casualty. Backup systems engaged.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Cerberus rebuilt me, Tali. In return, they asked me to investigate these attacks on human colonies.
You'll pardon us for not taking you at your word, Cerberus.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what the Quarians are doing here.
Weapons down, Praza. Whatever's going on here, I don't think we need another fight. One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like
They
Cerberus.
killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got
Agreed.
a job.
We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in
Will
radio
do.
contact.
Good luck, Shepard. See you on...
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
We've been spotted.
He goes. Rerouting power.
Got it. Use overload on him.
Impressive!
Take
On it.
taking heavy fire! We've been spotted.
Shotgun!
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Here we go.
Target down!
They've seen us.
Get down.
Target down! You're done!
Hurry, Shepard. We're inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point. Taking cover!
Moving to cover! mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overlook. Here goes.
Retargeting. Popping failure. Rerouting. Rerouting.
Get over here. Orcus heavy armor's weakened.
It's gonna blow!
This looks interesting.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take
Swarms
you?
didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have
Tell
been
me
hit.
more about this.
It's how they find you. They go everywhere. They find
Sounds
you.
like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about
Nobody knows much.
More
So
importantly, why are they abducting
maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them... If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their...
Obviously, humanity played a huge role in... What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting
The
from
Collectors aren't very forthcoming. Generally, they seek out species with rare... They pay... But they've never targeted a single species before. And the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back.
The patterns are there. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight
If
to
this
them.
is a war, I'll need an army.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Miranda and Jacob aren't enough. How many do you need to
I've
keep
made
me
it
in
clear to Miranda and Jacob that you're in charge. Everyone else on this list was chosen specifically for this mission.
I'll do the best I can.
I'm sure
with
you
what
will. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing
I haven't even
secret.
started and you're telling me
I'm
what to
giving
do.
you direction. What you do.
All right.
I found a pilot I think you might like. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting... We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure.
Without that countermeasure, we'll
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical. I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at the
Final
station.
preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy.
Jacob and I should return to our posts.
Welcome aboard, Commander. I'm Yeoman Kelly. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything
you have
I should
unread
know?
Joker would... Anything else, Commander?
Is there
you
anything
have
I
unread... Joker would like to... Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your
I'll
responsibilities?
keep you notified if any of the crew has important business to discuss.
Isn't that the type of
Yes,
task-
but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at
You make
sensing.
sure the crew
yes.
is mental.
I look for warning signs.
We're lucky to
Thank
have
you,
someone...
Shep. What else would you like to know?
This organization...
Not at all. We look out for human interests. Advanced
Sounds like
human-
Cerberus wants to
Cerberus
dominate.
looks out for humanity. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict.
That's a very positive
What can I
attitude.
say? Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel
I
about
was
being...
handpicked. How do I feel? But mostly I feel encouraged.
Don't worry.
I trust you implicitly.
I might do more than catch
Now
you.
that's an untype. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
For increased tactical control, hold left shift to bring up the power wheel. This pauses the action, giving you time to evaluate the battlefield, target new enemies, or select a power. While an enemy is targeted, highlight a power with the mouse, and then press the left mouse button. You can order each squad member to use a power, allowing you to fire up to 3 powers at once. The powers will activate when you release left shift and return to real time.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
I want to say that it's a privilege to serve.
You may change your tune.
That's been the condition for my service.
I look forward to
Likewise,
working.
Commander.
What's this area of the ship? That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
What's this area of the ship?
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
Commander.
Do you have a minute,
No
Miranda?
doubt. So, what would you like? The Cerberus is humanity's... But he's very clear about our... We keep our rank, but not all Cerberus operations use...
What kind of resources?
We're very well funded, though I doubt, but and a significant risk. We're all hoping
What can you tell me about
Not
the
much
others?
that you... And you've seen... Whatever else people might say about him, I
can you be
I
sure
didn't get
of
to
that?
where I am without... He's no saint, and he'd be the... Oh, I guess... Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive... It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. It's the reason I'm and it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job
What
to make
level
sure...
of genetic
It's very
mod-
thorough. Physically, my biotic abilities. Add to that some of the best training and education. Of course, Commander, whatever you need.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board.
Shocked.
Surprising. Even to me. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you.
Do you have everything you
I
need?
believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on... Only thing missing are my private... I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was
I'll
saving.
keep an eye out for a replacement.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive. And
How
we
have you
have
been with the Alliance?
After the Normandy was lost, I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position.
Do you have everything you need?
I even had a bottle of Ceres.
I'll keep an eye out.
You needn't.
You're not the Cerberus
I don't
type.
work for Cerberus. I work for you. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be I even... Oh, you needn't.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip.
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the... I've lived a full life. No regrets.
I'll see you later.
Commander.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
That's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Yeah. So I gotta go soon anyway. I'm just gonna turn off here. I'll come back later.